Good morning, students. Today, again, let me invite you to this session of our discussions about English, and that too in continuation to the topic parts of speech. We have been discussing about verb, and in the previous class also we did discuss about verb, and we discussed a lot about the verbs and their different classifications and other things. Besides that, we have been discussing right now about time, tense and aspects. In the previous class we did discuss about time, tense and various aspects. Again, we did discuss during what time, what tense we are using, and what aspects we have been using, what different tenses, what different aspects, and several rules we did understand to use the present tense as well as the past tense. Besides that, we also discussed what aspects we have been using to talk about the relations between present and past. Here you see, in the last class, while discussing about tense and aspects, we discussed about present tense. As I have told you, present tense contains only two things. One is verb past form, that means present simple, and another is am is are plus ing form. These two are called present tense. You see, sometimes am is, are, have, has, it, its, they all are functioning as verb past form or simple present, you can say. No doubt, they are functioning as helping verbs, sometimes auxiliary verbs and stative verbs, but we can also use them as main verbs to some extent, and when we are using them as our main verbs, we can use their present simple form for past form. And you understood in the past class that we are using verb past form or the present simple aspect to say something truth and for regular actions in present. Similarly, we also discussed when to use am is or ing form. We understood the rule that we use am is are plus ing form, that means present tense progressive aspect, to say that something is happening now or for temporary situations in present. For that, some examples we did discuss. Similarly, we discussed about past tense. Past tense also contains these two, verb second form and was verb plus ing form. Verb second form we use to say something happened in the past, and for regular actions in the past. Examples given in the last class, you can refer. Similarly, we also understood was verb plus ing. These two are past tense. Was verb plus ing to say that something, some temporary situations at a certain point of time in the past. For regular, we use verb second form. Similarly, we understood the past and present link. While discussing this, we understood have as plus verb third form. With that, we have used what? Just, already, yet. We have used just and already we have used for positive statements, whereas yet we used for negative statements. I have just taken my lunch. I have just taken my breakfast. My brother has just returned from Bhubaneswar. Okay? I have just completed my homework. That we can say. I have not completed my homework yet. The examples I have given in the last class, you can refer. So similarly, we did discuss about have has been plus verb ing form. That means have has been eating. As the verb eat, we have taken as an example to demonstrate the changes in the forms of the verb. So we are using eating over here. That means we use have has been plus ing form to say that something is continuously in progress. That means the work started in the past and till now it is continuing and it may continue for future. So in that case, we are talking about either a duration or a period of time, or we are talking about a starting point of time. When we talk about a period of time, we use for. When we are talking about a starting point of time, we use since. These are the prepositions we have been using to talk about duration and the starting point. And in the previous class, we did discuss about that. I promised you in the next class, last class, I promised you to discuss more about the past as well as future times. Let us discuss them now. Okay? See, today our discussion is about earlier link between earlier past and past. We are talking about the link between earlier past and past. Example I have given you. Let's say yesterday is the past and day before yesterday is earlier past. So sometimes what happens when we are talking about the past, we talk about more than one action, and one action happened faster, then another action happened after that. So what happened? For example, I will tell you, my teacher assigned me a homework last week. My teacher gave me a homework last week. I completed the homework and showed the answer to my teacher yesterday. So which was the first action? My teacher gave me the homework last week is the first action, and I showed the homework to my teacher is the next action. Okay, so while talking about the past situations, past times, when such situation comes, what is that? For past effect and earlier events, we use past present link, we use had plus third form to talk about past effect and earlier events. That means to talk about the first action, we use had plus verb third form. That means the past tense perfective aspect to talk about the earlier past, and verb second form to talk about the past. Okay? The example I am giving. When the doctor came, the patient had died. Which action was at first? Patient died first. After the patient died, the doctor came. That means when we are talking about the first action, the patient had died. For past effect and earlier events, the patient had died before the doctor came. When I reached at my classroom, our teacher had completed the class. Before I reached at home, everybody had slept. That means when I went to home, I found people have been slept earlier to that. That means that is the past action. For past, earlier past action, we use had plus third form. And for recent past, what something happened in the past, we use verb second form. Okay? So, while talking about the past situation, if we are talking about more two actions, the past action will take a had plus verb third form. That means the past tense perfective aspect, and the second action will take verb second form to talk about simple past. Okay? So now you understood with several examples I have given. Okay? Before I reached at the market, the shops had, the shopkeepers had closed their shops. Means after the shopkeepers had closed their shops, I went to the market. My going to market is the number 2 action, whereas the shops had been closed earlier before my going to the market is the first action. Therefore, you can better understand, we use verb second form for something happened, and we use had plus verb third form to say that something happened in earlier past, that means for past effect and earlier events. So here you see, this is the past, and before that, this is earlier past. When we want to talk about the link between the past and earlier past, for earlier past we use had plus verb third form, and for past we use verb second form. Understood? Now let's talk about the future time. Okay, now let's talk about the uses of various aspects of verb to talk about future time. As I have told you in the previously also I have shown you a diagram where we discussed about different uses of different aspects for future time. Here also I have written again. You see, to talk about future time, we use two things. One is will shall, another is present tense. Will shall, again we are using will shall in three ways. One is will shall plus V1, that means will shall eat. Will shall be plus VING, will shall be eating. Will shall have plus V3, that means will shall have eaten. Okay, this is will or shall eat. This is will or shall be eating, and this is will shall have eaten. These are the examples for these aspects. You see, let's talk about how we are using present time to talk about future. So we use present simple to talk about future in relation to official timetable or calendar. That is fixed in relation to official timetable or calendar. Suppose our examination is on 26th of July. So what happens? We can say it is fixed in relation to official timetable. Our examination is on 26th July. Similarly, you can say my birthday is 17th August. Okay, similarly, when Prime Minister of India goes to Sri Lanka or goes to United States, for Prime Minister's visits have been already fixed in relation to official timetable or calendar. So we cannot say the Prime Minister will go to United States. We cannot say. There we can say the Prime Minister visits United States on 17th August 2020. So here, while talking about future in relation to fixed official timetable or calendar, we use verb first form to talk about future. Similarly, we can use am is or ing form in two ways to talk about future. First is what? Only am is or ing. That means present tense progressive aspect. Am is or eating. So we are using am is or ing in two ways. One is only am is or ing, another is am is or going to plus verb 1. Am is or eating, am is or going to eat. We use am is or eating, that means a present progressive aspect to talk about our personal future plans or arrangements or programs. Suppose we personally have made a plan. That means next week we are going to visit Nandankanan. That means it is our personal planning. It is not fixed in relation to official timetable or calendar. It can be changed. But that is fixed, cannot be changed. My brother is returning from Bhubaneswar next week. My younger sister is going to buy a new dress next Sunday. Is buying a new dress. Okay? when we have my younger sister is buying a new dress next Sunday. That means we are expressing our personal plans or arrangements for future. Similarly, we can use am is are going to plus past form to talk about future when we want to have some predictions about future. That means predictions mean to speak something about future possibility. You see, but we can predict based on a certain proof. For example, Rama has been absent in his class. He is really irregular. Means what? He is not a good boy. So Rama has been absent in his class. He is going to get less marks. He did not write anything in his answer book. It's a proof. He is going to fail in the examination. That means we are predicting about his future based on the proof that he did not write anything in the answer book. Similarly, suppose there are a lot of clouds in the sky. Okay, so you find the clouds and thunder is coming. So what you will say? You can predict there are a lot of clouds. It is going to be heavy rain. Understand? So when we are giving predictions about future, we can use am is are going to plus verb past form. You know them. I am just revising them to recall your past knowledge. Similarly, you see will shall plus verb past form. Will shall eat, will shall go, will shall come, will shall write, will write, shall write, will come, will go, will sit, shall sit, will teach, shall sit. So we use this will shall plus verb past form to talk about an immediate action in future. This is a plan. But here the immediate, I am going to market. Will you come with me? I am going to see a picture. Will you come with me? Are you going to picture? Will I go with you? So when we are talking about an immediate action in future, we use will shall plus verb past form. Similarly, we use will shall be plus ing form to talk about future. When we think that in future, suppose we have a time. This is future time. Future time. Here is it. Suppose 8:30. 8:30 to 9 p.m. So this period is a temporary situation. Suppose you will tell, when you come to my house today evening, then I will be writing my homework. That means an action will be continuing for a certain period of time, for a limited period of time, at a certain point in future. So when you will go to his house, you will find she will be watching TV there. So we are talking about a temporary situation, that something is in progress at a certain point of time in future. It is a temporary in future time. Okay? So similarly, we use will shall have plus verb third form to talk about future. When we are using, when we say that an action will have completed before a certain time in present. That means suppose here the action we are talking about will be plus ing. Here suppose we are talking about at 8:30 p.m. and before 8:30 work completed. We are talking about a completed action before a certain time in future. When you go to his house, he will have slept at 8:30. When you reach at the bus stand, the boss will have left the station because you are making late. When you will reach at your class, your class will have completed. Your teacher will have completed the class, finished the class. Your teacher will have finished the class. That means before a certain time, an action will have completed in future time. So in that case, we are using this will shall plus have plus third form. So you understood for immediate action, for talking about a certain temporary action at a certain point of time in future, we are using will be plus ing. To talk about an action that will have completed before a certain point of time in future, we use will shall have plus verb third form. To talk about the future in relation to fixed official timetable or calendar, we use simple present to talk about future. We use am is or ing form to talk about our personal future plans or future arrangements or future programs which can be altered, which can be changed. But this cannot be changed. That is fixed in relation to official timetable or calendar. Similarly, when we are giving predictions about future predictions based on a certain proof, we can use am is are going to plus verb first form. Okay, so these are some of the rules. We just discussed them functionally to use. We are not going into the depth and understanding more and more rules behind them. We just understood how functionally we can use this tense and aspects for different times, situations to talk about past, present and future. And for any queries, you can collect my phone number and call me personally in the evening time. I will clarify your doubts and more. And in other classes and subsequent classes, we will be discussing other parts of speech. For today, only this much. If you find any misunderstandings in today's class, I could not write all those. I have only told you orally and with the examples. If any misunderstandings you have, you can please call back to me evening time. I will try to solve your problems. But today, only this much.